Hello and welcome to Alumni Stadium for the finals here of the D10 season between the Centennial Spartans, undefeated throughout the season, and the St. James Lions. Should be a good one here, Jake.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight battle. Two really good defenses and two of the better offenses in D10 this year. Should be an interesting one.
And we'll take a quick peek at the past to get there. We saw those games unfold last week. Only one round, Centennial obviously being the one seed. They took out, I believe it was Ross, in a very tight game.
Yeah, they didn't expect that to be as tough as a game as it was, but Ross played really good in that game. Had a chance to win that game, but Centennial overcame them.
And then we turned to the Lions, obviously beating the Celtics. That one went down to the wire in the regular season. We had another very good game.
Yeah, that was definitely a game that the St. James Lions had demons about after missing the extra point to lose to them in the regular season. Came out very strong in a game they really weren't supposed to win, but their defense came out and gave them a huge boost in that one.
One big note to start off this game, big note if you're a fan of the St. James Lions offense, Owen Ellis not in pads today. He is on the sideline. Plays both sides of the ball, don't get me wrong. We just highlight his offense because that's where he's most efficient at running back. He plays linebacker as well.
Yeah, he got shaken up quite a bit. Last week we saw him leave twice, actually, and then he couldn't continue after leaving that second time. That's going to be a huge impact to their team today because they love to run that football.
It's going to be a great game, and the key to these two teams has got to be their defense. That's got to be the best part about these two teams.
Yeah, both teams' defenses really give them a boost up front. They're very hard to run against, and really the only way you're going to have success against either of these teams is passing the ball, and that is a tough thing to do in this league.
Yeah, and then what it comes down to then, field position's got to be huge.
Yeah, we saw last week, I believe it was in that Ross game. Ross really dominated that field position game, and that's why they were leading so early on in that game. And then once Centennial finally took that back, they started to have success and push forward in that football game.
Centennial is going to be the first to get the ball between these two teams. And last time they did face off, it was really a stalemate. Both teams couldn't move on each other except for a few big splash plays for Centennial.
Yeah, Centennial ended up scraping by in that one, but it was tough to come by offense in that game.
Two returners back there, Oganote and Stam, both doing damage in that game. And also Matt Stam had a heck of a game last week. One of the big reasons why Centennial is here overcoming Ross. Be getting the ball first. It's PJ Farah to get it away. Oganote fields it at the 15, and that'll open up the game on this return. Just to the 33-yard line, that's where the Spartans will start.
Spartans are going to try probably to get that run game going. Last time against St. James did not work out. St. James did a great job of tackling up front. So we'll see what Godino can get going today for the Spartans.
Did have some positive signs in that quarterfinal game, though, because they ran the ball really well against Ross.
Yeah, Ross's corners on the outside did not do a good job of tackling Godino. Godino had a couple of huge runs, and he could have had some more if it wasn't for some holding penalties.
Two backs there with that ball. It's going to be a first down run for Godino. He's going to cut it to the outside across the 40 to the 42, and a solid first down pickup.
That's what you want on first down, big runs worth 8 yards. You can consistently pick up yards like that on your first down runs. You'll have a very successful day. Just make second down so much easier, and then a potential third down an option.
Only 2 to go after the pickup of 8. Going to give for Godino. And that one is swallowed up. Going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but not much more. So now a call on third down upcoming for the Spartans.
Oh, that spot might be in their favor here.
Yeah, so
looks like they're going to get, half a yard. So you can sneak here if you want.
Got a 3rd and 1, and looks like the jumbo package coming out here for Centennial.
Yeah, this could be an interesting, could be a turning point in the game right away, because if St. James can start this game off with a short field, get this stop, it'll be huge. But if Centennial can get this, might give them some confidence on future 1-yardage plays in this football game.
It's a give for Godino, and it is swallowed up, a swarm of Lions to turn them over on downs.
So now the Lions are going to get a short field, and this is huge. Only 2 minutes into this game, and We already got this change of possession, and the Lions could be in striking distance.
So they start on the 42, a huge turn away there after a great gain on first down.
Yeah, you thought after that first down run they were for sure going to pick up that first down, but then 2 run plays get stuffed.
So good starting field position for the Lions as got it right up to the 42 very early in this game. Henry is under center. Going to be a first down run. That is Owen Tyler, and that is a loss of 2. That is Jackson Lashuk in there. Just a loss of 1. We'll have a look at they go to the air with Caden Henry. He's at his strongest point when he's usually on the move, likes to improvise around and dance around.
Yeah, on those bootlegs, we see him unleash some bombs, and he can throw that ball. Maybe not on every play, you're not seeing that zip, but when he unloads it, he can bomb it.
11 to gain on second. Henry's going to roll to his left, pressure in his face. Pass is caught for a short gain right back to the original sticks. It's Tanner Griffiths. We'll see what the call is.
Tanner Griffiths with the catch. Down at the 41.
So right at the snap, it's going to go against the Lions.
Yeah, just jumped a bit early on that when you could see the receivers on the left side.
Looks like the Spartans are going to decline this call here and make it third down.
Yeah, mine as well.
So nice stop from the Spartans.
Yeah, could have been in some danger there, but got out of it pretty easily. No real threat there.
This Lions only really got a yard of field position. They're going to punt this thing back. We'll see what the Spartans can do with it. It's a high snap for Farah. And he's going to launch this thing over the head of Stam, it looks like. Takes a hop before getting into the end zone. They're just going to let that roll out the back for the first point of the ball game. And it is a rouge for the St. James Lions.
So the Lions get some points, which last time were pretty hard for both teams to get. So might not look important at this moment, but it could come in handy. Especially if you miss an extra point or something.
Always just keep the rouge in the back of your mind. Definitely could be a determining factor in this game. Ball's going to start right up to the 35-yard line because of the rouge. Be that sweep outside to Stam, and Stam's just going to get 3 on that run. Not much. Looks like the Lions were all over it on that side. There is a Lion down. Looked like someone on the line. Still haven't seen Amrit Atwal throw the ball yet, but when we do, he can really launch that ball over the top of defenders.
Yeah, we've seen him hit some receivers in stride before, and that's a really underrated part of the Centennial offense. Yeah, their run game's so good, but once they decide to unleash that ball downfield, they can be effective either or, passing or running the ball.
And it helps to have such speedy receivers. Stam, Oganote, even Liam Smith getting involved. They've got some guys that can get past defenders.
And sometimes all they have to do is really get it into those guys' hands, and they can make plays. We've seen Stam and Oganote go off in some games, each having their own game where they took over.
That was Noah Donnell coming off it. Good to see him walking off under his own power. The Spartans got a 2nd and 8 upcoming, only gaining 2 on that sweep. Going to be a delayed handoff. That ball's on the ground and scooped up immediately. Owen Evans jumps on it for the Lions. It looked like an intended handoff for Matt Stam.
Yeah, Stam had it, and I'm not really sure what happened because he had it for a second, and then it's like he brought it into his body, and it just popped out.
The Spartans gift wrapping the Lions the ball with some good positioning as well.
Yeah, St. James going to have to do something here because you can't have two shortened fields and do nothing. It could kill the momentum of your offense. And if your defense, you just get tired of making plays. If you keep making plays, nothing happening. So they got to get going here. And if you're the Cent defense, you got to come up big now because your offense right now doesn't have it going early on in this football game.
Forced a 2-and-out on that last one. We'll see if they could do it again.
And they're going to be offside again, I believe.
That's picked. That's Maddox Martin, and he's going down the sideline. Martin being chased by Henry, and he's going to be tugged down at the 18.
There is a flag on the field.
And they're saying
in the
hold those
sticks.
chains.
Yeah, the sticks have not moved. I thought it was going to be false start on the Lions, but it looks like this may be against the Centennial Spartans.
Yeah, it is. They are coming back, it looks like. Maybe quick conversation, but the Lions, they're going to be counting their lucky stars. Feel like they got bailed out a little bit there.
Yeah, that was a nice play by Maddox Martin. It was just a out route that he ended up jumping, but he tipped it up with one hand and then ended up grabbing it. It was a tremendous play, but...
Also, even though it didn't end up mattering in the end, Caden Henry, heck of a chase down for him.
Yeah. Could have given up a touchdown, but...
First down, first and 5, St. James from the 28.
So instead of all that, the Lions still on the field, and we're going to be looking at a more favorable 1st and 5.
Yeah, so forget that play happened.
It's going to be a give for Tyler. Tyler is not going to get much. Met immediately by Ahmed Hayek.
It's going to be 2nd and 5 now.
Tyler on carry. Picks up a yard, 2nd down and 4.
Like you said, another 2nd and short here could be demoralizing if you go 2-and-out with this field position if you're the Lions, especially if you're on the defensive side of the ball. Hoping the offense can reward them on 2nd. It's Henry to throw. Pressure in his face. He's got the ball out complete to the 25. That's Tyler. Be short of a 1st down.
Should be interesting to see what they do here because it is only about 2 yards, but looks like they're getting heavier out there maybe.
Tyler on 2nd down, that will bring up 3rd and short.
Yeah, by the looks of it, they're going for it. Looks like everyone's down there crowding that box. 2 yards to gain. 3rd down. A give for Tyler. Looking to find a hole, diving forward and maybe pulled back.
Think he's going to get it though.
Couple of Lions motioning for a 1st down. Couple going the other way. Might need the chains. Nope, they're going to give the Lions a 1st down. So St. James finally moving the chains.
Yep, and that's what they needed. That's the first down of the game.
Now up to the 23. One guy to note also on the St. James offense, haven't talked a lot about him, Nathan Holt had a heck of a game last game as well. Just getting more and more involved each week.
Yeah, Holt's a guy we didn't in the first couple of weeks we didn't know much about, and then we started to learn more and more.
That ball's thrown up, tipped and incomplete. Off the hands of a DB, then off the hands of a receiver, it looks like, and falling incomplete. Not sure who it was in the back corner of that end zone.
I believe that was Nicholas Savage.
It was bailed out a little bit because that could have been picked off.
Yeah, Savic usually catches, though, but I think just getting that hand in the way kind of threw off where he thought the ball was going to come.
It's most likely another passing down on second. Actually going to pitch this to Tyler, and there's someone there immediately. That is a great play by S.J. Heron.
Yeah, Heron came out of a cannon there and was immediately in the backfield. Tyler didn't really even have a chance.
They're almost all the way back where they started this drive. At the 31 they are. And by the looks of it, they're going to try to set up for a field goal. It would be a long one at that, 38 yards from the right hash. And they are looking to line it up. This is P.J. Farah. Well, looks good. Farah is going to try to drive this through, and it is through. The Lions with a 4-point lead early in this game.
Yeah, and points are going to be hard to come by today, so that's 4-point lead is a little more favorable than you'd think, because we've seen both these defenses early on play spectacular. It has been tough to gain yards, let alone first downs.
Like you said, only one first down in this game.
Yeah. It came due to a penalty.
That's a huge 3 points. The longest field goal we've had this season, 38 yards that was. Both teams have capable kickers in this game. So here come the Spartans. On their third possession, going to be a give for Godino. He's going to find the middle of the field, and he's going to cut free. There's Ethan Godino looking for a response. One guy to beat. Trying to catch him is Cathcart. He's going to go. Touchdown, Spartans.
And that was a run that just went right up the middle, and there was a gaping hole that Godino filled.
Looked like right when he got to the second layer of defenders, there was no second layer of defenders.
No, there was just, it was like the Red Sea. No one was there, and he just took the hole.
Burst of speed as well. Just impressive from Ethan Godino.
It was like there was a line just along the field showing him the pathway, and he took it.
He's going to look to put the PAT through, so all 7 going to him. And the Spartans grab their first lead of the game. What a response.
And at first you weren't sure really. You're like, oh, is he going to get swallowed up? And then, boom, he turned on the Jets. Because once I think he saw the original hole, he saw, holy crap, there's no other defenders.
And he was about step for a second with Cathcart. And Cathcart's fast, but just outlegged him there.
Yeah, I didn't know Godino really had that speed in him. Thought of him more as a power back.
Showing off the burst. So now St. James starting with the worst field position they've started with, and it's the 35 of their own territory. So not too much to complain for their offense. Only 4 points to show so far. Henry's going to throw on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Savic. Trying to run through a tackle, and he muscles his way for a first down.
I thought that was originally going to go to Farah, who was also wide open there. But I think St. James just maybe saw something there. The middle of the field looks pretty wide open if they want to start moving their passing game to there.
It feels like not a lot of teams like the middle of the field in D10.
Yeah, it's a tough spot. You know, quarterbacks sometimes don't see a safety or a linebacker just sitting on one of the routes, but usually, most of the time, it's pretty wide open there, especially if a team's playing man coverage. It's almost impossible for these corners to cover these receivers going across the field.
Pick up a first down off of it. They're going to go to the air again. It's Henry, pump fake, throws incomplete.
It was a nice throw, actually. He put it over 2 linebackers who both thought they had an opportunity to get that ball. Just a little off target.
There's 2 black shirts that could have came down with it. Farah and Savic were both there.
That was another one where those routes crisscross, and I'm not sure if that was for Farah or Savic, but Savic stuck out his left hand and knocked it down either way, trying to corral it.
Luckily he did, because there was a safety right behind there. It's heavily congested, but a good throw at that just unluckily fell incomplete. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Henry going to look for a quick hitter, and that's incomplete.
Now they're going to have to punt the ball.
Again, it looked like he could have been between two minds, because Farrow was there on that slant, but could have been intended for Holt as well.
I don't really like when the routes are so congested like that, because a corner can easily, if he's in man coverage, can easily come off his route and make a play on the ball. And those are the ones you never expect, because you can see it. You're like, oh, it's man coverage, but then next thing you know, another guy's flying over. Get very confusing for the quarterback.
Also very dangerous.
And that's going to be a false start.
It's just going to bring him back.
You can see the gunner moved right away for the Lions, and the ball was not even close to being snapped.
We'll make it a 3rd and 15, so just punting instead from their own 41.
Offside against the Lions. It's now 3rd and 15.
Returners both back there lurking around the 30. And Farrah's going to look to get this one away. He does so. Takes a hop between the hashes. Off the hand of Oganote. He's going to have to field this here. Does so cleanly at the 15. Now going to try to make a move. Coming to the near side of the field now. Looking maybe to cut it back. He just opts to go out of bounds. Going to eat the yards out at the 12.
It was a dangerous play. That ball was bouncing. He just tries to kind of knock it down with his hand, but he ends up tipping it backwards, and then he has to hustle to get that ball. A nice job by the Lions to get down the field as quick as possible. Now the Spartans are going to have a long field here.
Luckily for Oganote, he took that in a hop at the 15. He fielded it cleanly, because that's a tough ball to corral.
Yeah, especially when it's bouncing like that. I heard someone once say how ball takes 3 good bounces, and on that 3rd one, it'll go any which direction.
So because of all that, it'll be all the way back at the 12 for a 1st and 10. Going to start with another run. It's Guedino trying to force his way through. We'll only get to the 15.
If you're this Lions D, you want to come back and make a statement here. You just gave up a huge run, and you had been playing phenomenal up until that point.
Even Guedino on the carry stop at the 16-yard line, 2nd down.
Pardon me, it was the 16, so it's going to be 2nd and 6.
And this Lions team hasn't given up very many huge plays like that this year.
So on 2nd down, Atwall's going to throw. Waiting, looking for an option, now under pressure. Going to throw across his body, tipped and incomplete. That was Owen Evans on the coverage intended for Matt Stam.
Yeah, Evans could have had another turnover there, but just a bit too far for him. Nice play for him to get a hand in there. Stam could have had a chance in that ball if he doesn't get that hand in there. Now the Lions are probably going to start off with some pretty good field position here.
Yeah,
but they got to do something with it.
That's the key. They're only 4 points.
This is a pretty high-scoring game for the amount of yards we've seen. Both offense, besides the big play from Guedino in this 1st quarter, hasn't been much offense.
Looks like Guedino's just gonna, eat the 2 points and start them all the way back. Not a bad move here, as the game's been a little bit higher scoring than we've expected, like we just alluded to.
If you're the Lions now, you have a chance to you just got to get into field goal range to take the lead here. You've gotten points in a weird variety of ways.
Yeah.
A safety, erosion, a field goal, just no major yet.
Unorthodox way to get to 6. But definitely a Canadian football way. So the Lions all the way back to the 35. And the Lions pretty much showing the confidence in their defense, really saying they really don't think that the Lions can drive on them with taking a safety from there.
The way this defense has played so far in this football game, why not? And if you do decide to punt that ball away, even if St. James doesn't pick up any yards, they can just punt it again and pin you. You could be stuck there all half. And you just keep giving them an opportunity on a short field. Eventually, something's got to give.
This is P.J. Farah taking the snap, tried to cut it back. There was nowhere to go. Multiple flags on the play immediately. It was their wildcat look that they've been using more and more as the weeks have progressed. It's against the Lions. Only 4 8/10 to go in the first quarter. Just a 1-point game. Probably see a play or two to end it. Looks like Henry's coming off the field for this offensive play here. They're going to decline the penalty and make it 2nd and 12.
You've seen them go with Farah at quarterback for a bit in the last game against Ross, about a quarter or so. Wouldn't be shocked if we see more of Farah on the next drive even too.
Farah rolls to his right, under pressure. Gonna dump it off, and it'll be incomplete.
Scott had the pressure there on him.
But yeah, usually when Farah's under in at quarterback, Henry's lined out wide somewhere, but they had him completely out of the play there. Just a little curious.
The Lions got to do a better job of giving their quarterback a better pocket here. It's been a problem with Henry and Farah in the game. They've both been getting pressure almost immediately.
So that wraps up the first quarter, 7-6 in favor of the Spartans. We'll flip the field, and what do the St. James Lions you think have to do to fix this offense here? Other than, obviously, you just said they need better protection to start.
Yeah, honestly, their offensive line just has to step up here. You got to get better in the run game, and you got to get better at pass protection so your offense can actually move up and down the field. It all starts with them, so they're going to have to start getting going as a unit.
Their run game really hasn't been able to get going, so how much of a loss has Owen Ellis been through this first quarter?
I don't even know if it's so much Ellis as much as they just can't create room for the running back to even go. Like, they're getting nothing.
Because Owen Tyler, when he's been in, he's been somewhat efficient for this offense. He's been a reliable back as they're going to punt this. Stam bobbles it. Pick it up now, trying to make something out of nothing, and we'll go down just short of midfield.
Centennial at midfield, they're going to have a chance. Their best field position start of the day.
Just a yard shy midfield here.
Gadino's had himself a game today. Only in the first quarter, already has a touchdown and a couple of big runs so far. He's definitely been the most productive player in this football game so far.
I just haven't seen much of the way of offense other than that big play. I haven't seen too many snaps for the Spartans, honestly, offensively. I believe it was just a 2 and out, a turnover on the first play, and then that one big run.
Yeah. Not sure what the holdup is here. Looks like a St. James player's getting a wrap on, but holding up the game. Why don't they just sub another player in?
It's just for one play.
You'd think the ref would just tell him put in someone else, but like
yeah,
one play, you know, you wrap them and get them back in.
Guess they had the patience for him to wait for this down. We will get it underway here.
Guess the play clock got thrown out the window.
First down run, it's Gadino, and that's going nowhere, stuffed immediately. That's Cam Hewitt in there.
Yeah, Cam Hewitt, when he blitzes, he likes to get a running start. It's hard for the offensive lineman to pick up on him.
Loss of 2 on that one. 2nd and 12. Not sure what the delay is here. Atwell just trying to get signal from the sideline. And now a 2nd and long. Another give. It's Gadino. He has some open space in the near side. Flag comes in. Trying to spin off a few tackles. Trying to get that ball free. A couple Lions were trying to do. We'll see what the flags are. 2 of them.
That was a pretty big hole that closed pretty quick. Great job by the Lions.
The looks of it, that penalty's against the Spartans. It's more than likely declining it.
Yeah, I can see the bench already signaling with their hands.
Holding against the Spartans is declined.
There's a hold.
Around third.
Ended up just declining. It wouldn't have been surprised if the Lions rolled the dice and tried to get the extra 10 yards, but they're just going to let them punt it away. Still very early in the 2nd quarter. See a punting situation here. Gadino composed, maybe a little too composed as Noah Donnell came right up the middle as that punt is muffed. Going back for it is Benton, who coughed it up at the end. That's a very quick whistle.
Yeah, it was blown dead. They didn't have possession, though. And the Shooks holding the ball in the end zone saying, what?
Wow. Well, Malachi Benton's got to be...
We've seen that twice now where the returner just kind of tossed his hand up in the air and it's bounced off their hand. And became a dangerous situation where it didn't need to be.
Luckily for the Spartans, they're not going to get the ball here, but they're going to have the Lions offense backed right up to their own 3.
And this is going to make it a difficult drive for the Lions here because you decide to run on 1st down and you get absolutely nothing like you have been the majority of the game. You're not even going to be able to pass on 2nd down. You're going to be punting and giving Centennial a short field.
Or maybe taking the points and giving them the lead.
Yeah, just giving those points you just got right back would be not ideal.
Yeah, extending the lead. Sorry. But here's Henry on 1st. See if they do go to the air. It's going to be a quick throw. They're going to have Holt over the top, and that's a great catch by Nathan Holt on the far side for a 1st.
What an adjustment there. He was looking for maybe the back shoulder, but it was sailing a bit behind him. He turns his right shoulder, makes the adjustment, and makes an outstanding catch.
Right to the 35-yard line. That's a big confidence boost for this offense. Out of the gun now. There's no one back there with Henry. He's going to unload this one. That one's caught at midfield. To the 40 now, and swung out of bounds is Peyton Cummings.
Now it looks like Henry's getting into a bit of a motion. Those are 2 bombs there. They started this drive at the 2-yard line, and after 2 plays, they're already up at the 41.
Said it was going to be a tough-looking drive, but the Lions... Maybe, I don't know, they got their mojo on offense here.
I don't think anyone expected them to pass that ball on the 2-yard line, especially a bomb. It seems a bit risky, but it got the offense going. And you followed it up with another one. See what they have in store for us here.
All the way down to the Spartan 41 with 2 quick passes. It's going to be a run for Tyler. And the reinforcements come in there, only a gain of 2. That was Lashuk finishing it off.
But yeah, it looks like running might almost be out of the equation for the St. James Lions offense already in this game because they have just gotten nothing. And we talk about the Centennial linebacking core. They are unbelievable. So it's never an easy day for the offensive line to block them.
Only gaining 2 on the run. Gonna pass here. It's Henry. Pump fake. Waiting. Gonna try to get around one more defender. Now just gonna throw out of bounds and incomplete. Get rid of it. Set up 3rd and 8.
Henry under pressure throws it away
Bit of a disappointment here.
30, now 7:51 to go.
But
First half.
I'm going to take the positive.
Yeah,
You
on
got
the- yeah, on
right
the-
down the field.
yeah, on the bright side, is Andrew set up for a rouge maybe to tie this football game? Which earlier in this drive we thought they were going to be giving up 2 points to a safety.
So yeah, I got to take that as a positive. It'll be Farah. Line drive, not one of his better ones. It'll go down inside the 10. There's Oganote trying to get a return going. He'll go to the 18. Not much further.
I think he was thinking too much about getting into that end zone that he just almost whiffed on it. Where he didn't get as much on it as he would have wanted because he was trying to hit it with so much power.
Just directed it too low. So it's actually going to be up to the 19. The Spartans with a 1-point lead going into this drive. Two backs with Atwall on first down. He's going to throw here, looking to his right, unloading to his right. There is a defender or two there for the Lions, and it falls incomplete. Cathcart was arriving. The coverage was there from Owen Evans.
Yeah, Centennial tries to come back with a shot of their own. That's well covered. Evans has had a pretty nice day today. If you're going to target anyone, today is not the day to target him. He's having himself a good one.
Going to need 10 here. More than likely going to throw. Last time they did run on 2nd and long. And they are going to run here. It's Gadino. And that's not going to get much at all. Not even back to the line of scrimmage, and a late flag could move the sticks.
No need for that. He's already, whistle's already gone. You throw him back down. And now that looks like it's going to move the chains.
Yeah, pretty needless penalty. Moves him right up.
Especially because you were going to get a short field there. And now the Spartans have a first down.
It's a killer as they're all the way up to the 34. So after the penalty, first down, pump fake. Atwall's going to throw, has a man. It's just a couple of yards ahead of Oganote.
Yeah, they showed screen there. It was a fake screen. Going to take that shot, and he had 2 receivers that beat their guys on streaks. And just a bit out of reach, just a bit. That's when Atwall's going to be kicking himself about.
Could have been another one of those big splash plays for the Spartans. Instead, it falls harmlessly incomplete, 2nd and 10. Atwall throwing. That one's high and incomplete. That was intended for Matt Stam, and they will punt this one away here on 3rd. 6:10 to go in the 2nd quarter, so still some time for the Lions to put up a drive here. Lots of time. Benton and Cathcart roaming at about their own 40. So Gadino to try to flip field. Pretty good kick, falls at the 50, takes a hop, fielded by Cathcart. There's going to be a no yards flag here as Cathcart is going to make a nice shifty little move, and he is knocked down. A nice hit by Anthony Amoako, but the flags will advance that ball another 5 yards for no yards.
So St. James can hopefully roll off the success of their last drive. Had 2 very nice passing plays.
No yards against the Spartans. 5-yard penalty.
So it should move him just short of midfield.
CCVI will start at their own 48, first and
So
10.
48.
5:44 to go in the first half.
Still a 1-point game. Lions offense rolls back out here again within 6 minutes before the break. Henry looks right, looks left, throws. Looks like that is just a floated up ball and picked off.
Sat in zone coverage, and that was literally thrown right to him.
No real contest of that. That's Mo Idris with the pick. And yeah, just he could have fair caught that thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Henry was doing. I know that was a go play, but he just overthrew that. And it's not like he didn't even really look. Just kind of tossed that one up and said a prayer.
Man, heady decision throwing into that coverage, but
Didn't even read the defense, nothing.
not really. It's a tough throw as the Spartans take right back over. On their own 38. First down throwing. Oganote caught. Trying to fall forward. Does so, and that fall forward will pick up a for sure first down to the 49. Chains will move their way up. Closing in on this 3-minute warning. The second half. Or the first half, sorry. 6 yards shy of midfield here for the Spartans. To throw, it's Atwall. It's that fake screen again. He has Liam Smith. Smith has it at the 30, inside the 30 to the 26.
St. James fell for that twice now. That fake screen play, they faked the screen. Safeties look like they even bite on it because everyone else is gone down the field. That time Liam Smith with the big gainer.
Got to be aware of that going down the stretch here as the Spartans, burning them again all the way down to the 25. Their offense looking good now. Atwall starting to get in a rhythm. Trusting to throw the ball a bit more in the second quarter. He's going to roll out to his right. Now unload. That one is incomplete, intended for Stam.
Gavin Fish there with the breakup.
Gavin Fish breaks up the end zone pass.
Approaching that 3-minute warning.
Incomplete, second and 10.
Spartans like that play action, rolling Atwall off to his right. Getting him on the move to throw.
Yeah, he unloaded that one. Back of the end zone, at least a 35-yard throw.
Pretty looking ball hung up there. But broken up. So from the 25, we got a second down. Looked like initially bobbled by Atwall. He's going to have some room to throw, and it's incomplete. He had Stam.
Stam just felt the pressure coming from Betten there.
His defense wasn't the best ball. A little behind him. He still
Yeah,
it
he
hits in
tried
the
to
hands.
adjust, and it looked like he kind of made the adjustment to, take it off to his right, and then he wanted to spin, but just forgot about catching the ball quick.
So to the looks of it, the Spartans are going to line up a field goal. Their normal kicker was Ethan Godino throughout the season. This is Tiago Nascimento Borges to try to put this through for the Spartans, and he was hitting some bombs in warm-up from 40 yards. This one, a 32-yarder from the right hash. Pressure coming off that edge, and after hyping him up, maybe a little bit of a commentator's curse as that one is well short. Here goes Lamalakai Betten. Trying to cut inside, wrapped up at the 20.
Honestly, what happened there, I don't think he was ready for the snap.
There's 2 flags as well.
Because if you watched him, he was kind of like nonchalant. Then the ball came in, and he was like, holy, I got to kick this thing. And you could just see he didn't get the run-up he wanted.
Because it looked like he just scooped that thing. Didn't get enough power. Just really scooped his foot under it.
Yeah, it's like he wasn't set yet, and the ball came snapped. Not sure why that was.
The result of these flags is going to have the ball go back to the Lions' 5-yard line.
Yeah, there's a block in the back there. 15 yards takes him back.
Unnecessary roughness against the St. James Lions.
Last time we saw the Lions pin back, 2 big splash plays. See if they could do it again. Their own 5 this time. I don't know why. I also feel like those uprights are just, especially if you're throwing to the left side of the field or in play, you're going to throw to Cummings. That one's too high.
Yeah, way too high there. Henry's just got to slow it down. I know that pressure's coming, but just take your time. Sometimes he has clean pockets, and it's like he's seeing ghosts.
It's tough if you're expecting that pressure the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Once they get there, and obviously these teams have played before, but once you get there the first couple of times, then it starts to speed everything he does up.
Henry's under center for the second down. 2:28 to go. Going to be a handoff for Tyler. Trying to get anything back on the ground possible. Only 2 on that run.
Now it'll be interesting to see if they punt this ball.
Yeah, you've been right. It's been tough sledding for Tyler. There just haven't been holes opened up for him. Only getting 1 or 2 per run. From the 7, they're going to look to punt this away. We'll see what decision they make here if they decide to take the points.
I think they're going to take the safety here. Just a gut feeling here.
You don't want to give up anything before halftime. Yeah, it looks like they're going to. Oh, that is not. Wow, that is ill-disciplined. I know it's just a tap, but you could sell that and
takes
make
away
it
the
look
points,
bad.
I think, no?
Yeah, I believe it would. I believe the penalty.
Yeah, and you'd think they'd got it. They might even get a first down.
To note, there was also a penalty right at the snap of the ball as well. Let's see the result of this here. This call could be a huge turning point in the game just based off of there's point implications. Looks like
the
the Lions are saying first down.
Wow, Maddox Martin.
That's huge. We saw a penalty.
You shouldn't
on
have
the
even
Spartan
touched him,
drive.
to be
Yeah,
honest.
there's no need.
He was already on his knee, and you I don't care if you put 2 hands. It was lightly. You shouldn't have touched him there. 'Cause no,
There's really no reason.
took 2 points off the board for you and the ball back.
That's a real tough decision against the Spartans. Maddox Martin hoping that his defense can get a stop here, maybe somewhat make up for that, because he's got to be shaking his head. So this moves them well up to the 28. Now whistles here.
Timeout, St. James.
So maybe St. James is going to try to cook something up here to get some points at the half. See what they do. It looked like they abandoned that Wildcat look pretty early on that they had going.
Yeah, it took Fair out. They usually put Fair in there to run the ball and create some unpredictability, but Centennial was not fooled one bit.
So Henry gets final word from his coaches. He'll trot back out there. 2:19 to go in the half. Still some time here for some points. So up to their own 28 from the penalty. A fresh set of downs. Henry is under center for this first down. This is a give, and that one is going to get maybe back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing more on the first down carry.
Yeah, this run game just is not working out for St. James.
Tried to bring in a different back. It was Messiah Gordon, but nothing going. Just 1 yard actually gained, so up to the 29. Maybe not a bad look in here as you're got 9 to go on second. Maybe chew the clock down a bit if you think you're going to give the ball back to the Spartans. Henry's going to throw. And that one is incomplete. There's the linebacker LeShook in the area.
Oh, looks like their punt team will come back onto the field.
So unable to capitalize off the penalty. Disappointing if you're the Lions. Spartans, you got to be shaking your head a little bit too. You could have had 2 points, but we're going to still get the ball back here with some time. Minute 46 to be exact to work with.
Yeah, Dramatics Martin, you're thanking God right now that the St. James Lions didn't put up any points on that possession.
Farah gets it past the 50. Now Oganote fields it. He's going to have a clean look, cutting inside. Now trying to bounce back outside and swallowed up. I believe Donnell got the last touch there on the outside. He was shaken up earlier. Good to see him back out there. The Lions, I believe he was only out for a play or two.
Minute 33 to go. Both these offenses have been pretty stalled out so far. Ever since that big Godino run, we saw St. James put together one decent drive, but then stalled out.
Yeah, a couple of big plays from the Spartans as well on that fake screen they like to run. You'd hope it wouldn't fool the Lions a third time here.
Yeah, one time the Spartans missed out on a touchdown because a ball was overthrown. The second time it was a dot to Smith. And if you fall for it a third time, that's on you.
Atwell, lots of time to throw. That one maybe in a little bit of trouble there as it was
Yeah.
intended for Smith. It looked like Evan Nikolasiewicz was lurking.
Yeah, he had good coverage there. Those ones across the field, so hard to cover, as we've talked about.
So second and long for the Spartans off the incompletion. Much more heavy in the air in this second quarter.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird because the run game was pretty successful for them.
They're going to go back to it. And there's some room for Godino. He's going to have a burst over the 40 for a first down.
Seems like they're trying to kind of confuse the St. James Lions defense. They're running on second and longs, which you usually don't see in their passing on first down. Usually it's flipped. But it's
The
worked.
defense on the toes,
Yeah, it's worked out so far. That's two really, second and long runs that they've gotten first downs on.
They have a running back that they're confident that can pick it up, and an O-line that's been helping them out, making holes all day. They're going to go to Godino again. There's some space again on the near side, and another burst for a first down run. Having a good start to the day. So the first half has been kind to Ethan Godino so far. Hoping to add to it before it concludes. We're under a minute to go. The Spartans are rolling inside Lion territory at their 28. Atwall rolls to his right. Gonna throw on the move. That one's caught. That's Aiden Van Esch. And Van Esch reaching to the pylon. Are they gonna give it to him? No, just short.
And I think he got tackled in bounds. So once this ball gets spotted, here the Spartans are going to want to move with some urgency. It's 40 seconds left on the clock. They're probably going to want to try to get all 3 plays in here to put up a major score here.
Right up to the 1. On the goal line, they're going to run. It's Godino. And he's going to lose yards. I'm not sure why he tried to cut it outside. He was swarmed up by a ton of Lions there. He moves back to the 5, losing 4 on that one.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to accept you're going to lose a yard and fight for every yard you can. That time he tried to make too much out of nothing. There was nothing there. He should have just tried to push it up the gap, but kudos to him for trying to make something out of it. Just didn't work out this time.
It's just a loss of 3, not 4, so back on their own 4-yard line. Or sorry, the Lions' 4-yard line. Now it makes it a little bit more of a heady decision for the defense whether they think they're going to throw or pass. As if they're back on the 1, probably defense would be loading up the box. What do you do here if you're the Spartans?
Probably run the ball twice, I'd say. The way they've ran the ball, well, Godino's been playing. Run the ball twice, or you maybe go run and then see what you have here. If it's short yardage, you can pass. It's a bit longer, maybe you pass. I'd like to see a run on 2nd, though, for sure. And then 3rd down, it's up in the air. You can either run or pass, hopefully, depending on how you do on this 2nd down play.
It is a run. It is Godino. He bobbled it for a second, but he's going to get in. There is a late flag, 2 late flags. But I believe they are both after the play. This should stand. We will hold on for a quick second. But as it stands, Ethan Godino has added to his tally, his 2nd touchdown of the day. Waiting on confirmation, but should, by the looks of it, be okay here for the Spartans. So there's the horse collar tackle on Owen Evans on the tackle, right on the line of the end zone. So won't matter. Godino's touchdown stands, and he'll look to put the PAT through himself.
It's weird they have a kicker to kick long and then Godino to kick the extra points. Bit interesting.
Does put that through pretty confidently. Makes it an 8-point game. 23 8/10 left in the quarter. And the Lions, it's a big score to get before the half. Make it 8 points. Probably too long of a field with too little time for the Lions to do anything.
Yeah, only 23 seconds left. Might as well just run it twice. See if you can get anything. If you don't want to take the risk, take the knee. But at this point, you're gonna probably have to take a couple risks here. So maybe run the ball, maybe try a shot. What you don't want to do is give Centennial the ball back. Don't turn it over.
It's gonna be a run on 1st down. That's Tyler, and he'll stumble his way to the 22. Tripped up on the outside. He's just a little slow in getting up, but he looks to be all right.
Tyler on the run. Picks up a pair of yards. It's now 2nd and 8. 18.5 to go.
Should be the last play, as the Lions are more than likely to wind it down. Probably take a knee to end the half. Maybe they run one more and hope it sparks something. This will be a pitch out. It's Tyler. He's got some blocking, and Tyler will get over the 30 for a first down, but it's not going to matter as we will go into the half, and at the half, the Spartans lead 14-6 over the St. James Lions. We will take a short break for halftime. We will see you guys back. Do not go anywhere for the conclusion of this game, the D10 championship between the Spartans and the Lions. And welcome back to Alumni Stadium. We're starting the second half here between the Spartans and the Lions. If you're keeping up with the first half, you know the Spartans up by 8, 14-6. Lions getting the ball to start us off here. Weird collection of points for the Lions to get there. 6, a rouge, a field goal, a safety. Whereas the Spartans got 2 touchdowns to their name, and it's going to be Ethan Godino to kick this one away. He has both the touchdowns for the Spartans. Here's Ty Cathcart on the return. He's got some wheels, but he is going to be met there by Aiden Van Esch on special teams. He has him at the 20.
Ty Cathcart back to return, stopped at his own 20. That's where the Lions will get started. First and 10
Lions been a bit
seconds.
stagnant on offense. They're playing a very, very good defense. No one's really been able to score on the Spartans, but you'd hope you could get a little bit more production, especially even set up with some good opportunities in this game. They're backed up here, though, on their own 20. Caden Henry trots his way back out there. He's under center for this first down. First play from scrimmage to open the half. It's a pitch out. It's Tyler. Cuts it back to the middle. Trying to get past the 20. Won't do so as he's wrapped up. That was Amoako on the tackle. Once the dust settles, only give him 1. So 2nd and 9. That run game just hasn't been able to get going for the Lions.
Yeah, they haven't been able to get anything. Their offensive line needs to start giving them some push.
Nine to gain. Early here in the third quarter. It's a quick slant. It is caught. Looked like it was initially bobbled, but ended up in the hands of Nathan Holt for a first down. Another catch in this game for Nathan Holt. On the 31. It's a give. Tyler. Got to protect that ball. Looked like it was coming loose for a second. He's going to be wrapped right up. So moved back behind the sticks after that run. It's going to be a 2nd and 12 from the 29. Only a 3-man front from the Spartans. Flag thrown immediately. Henry under pressure, gets a guy to miss, and he's just going to get this one out of bounds. Way into the cheer section. We'll see what the flag is, as there's a Spartan in the backfield. He looks to be okay. See what the flag was. It looks like it's against the Lions. More than likely declining that one. It was S.J. Herron on the pressure to roll Henry out. So it's offside on St. James. No, the Spartans going to get the ball back early in this third quarter here. From their own 29, Farrah to punt. It's a boomer of a punt. Going to get over the head of Oganote again.
Don't think he touched that.
Yeah, this time he didn't end up muffing it. He's going to pick it up. And it's going to be wrapped up right at the 37-yard line. There's a flag down way back there, actually. Looks like you're saying it was a personal foul. Not sure if they said it was a face mask. That they did motion it to the sideline. They're gonna go again here. Yeah, it was a face mask. It's against the Lions, so the Spartans are going right up across midfield. They should be, or maybe just short. Yeah, just short of midfield, right to their own 54-yard line. Great starting field position. Looking to make it a 2-score game. They fake that give to Stam, and it's going to go to Godino, who gets over the 50. And a burst gets him to the 45, a nice first down run.
Godino picks up a first down, move the chains.
Sticks are right up to the Lion 45-yard line after that run.
Lions 45, 8, 28 to go in the third quarter.
Second half still very young, only the first possession for the Spartans in this half. From the 45, Atwell to throw.
He's
looking wide open. It's caught by Stam. Touchdown.
Stam just came out of nowhere almost. It looked like that was going to be a bit too far for him, and then he just a burst of speed to get that one. Blew by Cathcart.
I said wide open because I thought it was to Liam Smith, but it was actually Stam on that far side. Just had a step on Cathcart, we've talked about his speed. A nice burst from Stam. Now the Spartans are going to try to make it 21 here. Nascimento Borges back out there. He had that one field goal attempt that was short. Now out here for a PAT and a time clock violation here, so they're going to move him back.
Yeah, that'll move back. Just keep switching the kicker. A little weird, but
I'm not sure why. I'll make this just a tad more challenging. Or actually, they're going to... Okay, so they're going to apply it to the Lions start with the ball. Start at the 40. Keep that of note. Actually, never mind. They're going to change their minds and make this a little more difficult here for Nascimento Borges.
Correction, 10-yard penalty. Assessed all the kick.
So instead of a 12-yard PAT, it's a 22-yard PAT. That kick is up and through. The Lions make it a 15-point game. A nice drive to open up the half for them, and that another big hitter. That's what their offense does to Matt Stam. So St. James are going to start at their own 35, needing a score soon. .8:02 to go in the third quarter. Lions still with lots of time to mount a comeback.
yeah, still a lot of time, but they're going to have to start getting something going on offense.
See what they can do on this possession. And this play is going to be blown dead immediately. Not sure why. There's no flags on the play. Just going to run it back. It's a nice looking crowd for this final game of D10. The stands packed up to the top. Love to see the turnout for these two teams who've been battling so hard all season to try to take home this title. It's going to be a quick throw for
That's
Farah.
almost broken up too.
Not much. Only a gain of 2 there. Oh, never mind. They're going to move it. Make it a gain of 3, so they're going to move it up to the 39. 2nd and 6 now. Henry to throw, and that ball's into traffic.
Oh, a nice play by Cummings there.
Yeah, probably saved an INT there as that was right into trouble. Nathan Laskowski was there trying to jump that route.
Nathan Laskowski breaks it up, passes incomplete. It's now 3rd and 6. 6:36 to go in the 3rd quarter.
So another Lion drive just stalling out. They're going to punt once again. It's Farah. He's backed up. Behind his own 30. That's another great kick fielded by Oganote inside his own 30. Cuts inside 2 defenders. Spins off a tackle. Still free. Now looking to get to the outside. There's Yinka Oganote. Got a couple of blocks now on the near side. Lashuk's trying to help him down there, and he is going to get to the
Great
18.
return.
What
by
a return.
Oganote. No flags on that play, so that's where they'll start that. It looks like Nicholas Savich is down, and that's not a good sign for the Lions.
He's helped up, just holding that left arm. But yeah, Yinka Oganote with a great return. Had a few blocks up in front. Lucky for the Lions, they finally get him down, but the damage could have been done as the Spartans are up to the 18-yard line. First down. And it looked like that play was broken right off the bat. Gadino's just going to eat the yards there. There's a flag.
Play stop in the backfield, flag down at the 18-yard line.
It'll go against the Spartans. Losing back 5.
Procedure against the offense, a 5-yard penalty.
Anything will help. If you're the Lions, you need a stop here. Looks like they're going to decline that penalty.
2nd and 10.
It's going to be 2nd down. Second and 11, so it's a loss of 1 on that broken play that they got off to Gadino. Now 11 to gain here. It's going to be a sweep. Stam got some blocks. There is a flag. Stam still going on that far side, wrapped up by Hewitt. So nice pursuit, tackling him just short of the 10. And that flag on the near side probably bring this back. Let's see what it is. Oh, they're actually going to wave this flag off. Okay, so that run should make him just short of a first down.
See what they decide to do here. Imagine they'll put up the points.
Makes sense. It'd make it a 3-score game, and it looks like Nascimento Borges is out there. From the right hash, it would only be from 18 yards, this one, to make it 24-6 potentially. That one is nowhere near, and maybe a return here. Here's the Malachi Benton. It was driven low. Maddox Martin's going to wrap up.
Yeah, nice tackle by Martin there.
That one rolled right under the line. And it does kind of keep the Lions' heads above water here because it's only a 2-score game still. The ball is now moved up to their own 37. So pretty average starting field position, but you kind of get away with it there. As the Spartans had the ball down at their 18 and still getting out of there unscathed without any points against has got to be a massive W for this defense. They're just praying their offense can reward them.
Yeah, they haven't been able to yet. They've had some big chunk plays, just haven't been able to get into that red area yet.
Henry's going to throw this one up. Intended for Nikola Savic, incomplete.
Wouldn't have had a chance either way. It's just out of bounds.
Yeah, too far on that sideline. That was Mo Idris in the area for the Spartans. Idris had that pick earlier. One of the easier ones he'll have. But well defended that pass. Lions trying to avoid going 2 and out again. So they pretty much abandoned the run game here. Henry rolls to his left. Sprint out. Throw is broken up and nearly picked off. Maybe trying to reel it in with one hand was Nathan Laskowski. Almost had a pick on that last possession. That penalty is going to go against the Lions. It's a hold, so more than likely going to decline it, which they are. The Spartan defense has just been impenetrable today.
Yeah, haven't allowed anything really over midfield. St. James even started some drives there to start the game, and that's just where the momentum, I think, started for the Spartans defense.
A couple of stops early in the game, especially crucial ones as they were backed up immediately. It's going to be another punting situation. Fair on his own 25 to get this one away. Decent protection. Takes a dead hop at the 50. There's Stam. He's going to be wrapped up by a couple of Lions. Easy enough. Pushes him out just after midfield. So Stam gets into the Lions' end of the field at their 53. The Spartans just looking for one more score to try to put this one out of reach.
Yeah, one more would definitely put it out of reach, especially the way their defense has been playing today.
And crazier things have happened, but yeah, just by the game script of this game, how it's been going. Anything but a Rouge would push it to 3 scores. There's that sweep again to Stam. He's going to try to cut it to the inside. Slips off a tackle and is going to be just a pushing match at the 50. Just to gain a 2. It was Blake Wheeler that got the initial hit and stuffed things up for the Lions defense. Second and 8. It's a run. It's Godino, and he is not going to get further than the 48. Yeah, that flag. We'll see what it is. As this could be a stop for the Lions. And it is not going to be a stop against the Lions as that penalty is going against them here. It's It's a horse collar tackle, which just kills another 15 yards.
Unnecessary roughness. Horse collar against the St. James Lions. 15-yard.
And you think you have a 2 and out if you're the Lions, and a horse collar tackle just kills that.
Yep, now Centennial's going to stay on the field here.
Down to the 34 as well. Just creeping into field goal territory. They have had kicking problems, don't get me wrong, but they have 2 kickers as well, which is a little weird. Maybe they cycle through that and find some success with Godino. He's been knocking back the PATs. Haven't let him try a field goal yet. But lots of play before we think about that as it's first down. Atwell going to set up a screen. It's caught by Medulin. And Lucas Medulin is going to be wrapped up short of the 25. Nice play there on first down, though, getting 9. Or 8, sorry. It's down to the 21. Or, sorry, the 26. Pardon me, or the Spartans. Just creeping into that red zone. It's going to be a first down handoff. It is Godino cutting to the middle. Nice burst to get across the 15-yard line and a first down pretty easily for the Spartans.
Yeah, now they're looking in striking distance.
Talk about bend, don't break. That's what you're hoping this Lion defense can do again. Then maybe get some luck in special teams or maybe create a turnover if you want to stay in this game. Because the Spartans are looking very convincing here, driving the ball down the field. You know, they were aided by that big penalty. It's going to be a run. What a spin from Godino.
Yeah, only caught about 2 yards there, but man, he could have lost some.
Still, it was Alex Stocco that was in the backfield immediately, but quick feet from Godino got him away. Didn't really get much, though, only to the 15. So, yeah, no gain on the play. See what they do here on a 2nd and 10. Going to bring in Lashuk for an extra body inside the trenches. Receivers all out in the left. That snap is bobbled, picked up by Atwell, and
they're going to
touched
blow that
knee.
whistle, yeah. See that a lot.
In the player's safety as well. It's not a bad idea, but you're shaking your head if you're the Spartans because this makes it a tough field goal. It would be 26 yards, which it looks like they're lining Godino up to kick this. He's been successful on his PATs today. 2 for 2. Let's try to add a field goal. And that one is wide to the right, but will make its way out for a point. So it's a 16-point lead for the Spartans. But still 2 scores, which if you are the St. James Lions, you are very thankful for, as you're still in this game somehow.
Yeah, you should probably be out of this at this point, but Centennial didn't put the finishing blow away, so you're still living right now.
Maybe that could give them somewhat of a spark, but the fact that you're still in this game somehow, you saw, I think that was Cathcart celebrating that kick, maybe just anything, a spark to get this team in the right direction, because they've got 12 minutes and 5 seconds before the season could come to a close on them. So they're going to need something here to get their sideline buzzing. A play before the third quarter concludes here for the Lions on offense. It's Henry in an empty backfield. Throwing to the sideline. Intended for Cummings, it's caught.
Looks like those balls outside the numbers are what's really getting them, even if they're not even that open. These receivers are going up and getting it, so they're going to have to do more of that, but the only problem with that is you can only hit that so many times before the other team starts catching on.
That's a big play for the Lions to get across midfield before the quarter concludes, so When we open up the fourth quarter, they will be on the Spartan 52. Still lots of time here in this game for the Lions to come back, but a sight you don't like to see, I believe that's Evan Niklasevich, who is down near midfield for the Lions.
Yeah, he was banged up a bit earlier in this game. We'll take a quick break for him.
We're back here. Niklasevich, concern for him, one of the top threats for the Lions. Henry's going to throw on the first play of the fourth quarter. They are unloading. It falls incomplete. That's the new target, Angus Boateng, that is in place of Niklasevich. Trying to get him involved immediately. It's going to be a 2nd and 10. And there's another, looks like an injury there in front of the Spartans sideline. I believe it was the DB in coverage. Can't tell who it is from here. So we take a quick second for him. Just want to talk about the St. James Lions offense. So it looks like they've completely abandoned the run game, which at this point you kind of have to.
Yeah, they had to abandon that run game. It wasn't working for them, so
then we go.
Can't really blame them there. Their offensive line wasn't getting too good of a push.
Then in the air, they've really been just taking prayers, really.
Yeah, they've been launching prayers. A lot of them have worked, but it's not consistent, and that's the only problem with taking all those prayers.
They're just not sustainable either. And they've hit on a few, but you can't sustain a drive with that. They had a little bit of success earlier throwing the ball across the middle of the field, but it's such a risky throw. There's so many bodies in the way. Just something to note. It looks like, I believe that is Mo Idris that is down for the Spartans. Had a decent day in coverage. Obviously, we said earlier, had the pick. You guys saw. It's tough to lose him, especially when the Lions have gone so pass heavy. Looks like Niklasevich is okay on that sideline. Still out though. He's favoring, looks like his left arm, which he hurt earlier. I'm not sure that's still the concern is, but hopefully he's back out there sooner rather than later. It's a 2nd and 10. Henry's unloading again. Another 50-50. Ball is caught! Peyton Cummings and a first down.
Peyton Cummings has caught a lot of those contested balls today. He's had himself a nice quiet day.
And something to note there as well, they targeted that DB who came in for Idris immediately, it looked like. The coverage is okay there. I believe it was KJ Hitchcock. It was decent coverage. That ball just over his fingertips, over his head. A great catch by Cummings. You got to watch that matchup on the far side. 11 minutes to go. Henry unloading again to the same matchup, and it's picked off. But there is a flag. They're trying to hold everything here, and it is against the Spartans. It was KJ Hitchcock, like we just mentioned, who picked it off, but the penalty will be bringing it back, it looks like. Got to give him a tap as they came right back to him, and he made a play in that football. See if the flag ended up being on him or not. Looks like we won't be sure of that. But it will give the Lions a first down. And now they're right down there at the 11. This game isn't as over as people would have thought. I know we're saying the window's still open, but maybe we didn't believe it up here seeing the game script. But the Lions, they've been moving here. First down, Henry to throw. Looking to his left side. He has a man caught. It's Cummings, and he has a Lion touchdown. Peyton Cummings. The Lions are going to need to go for 2 here. Down 16. Well, now down. Sorry, the math's taking a second. Down 10. They're going to need 2 points here. Made it a little bit tougher on myself than it should have. We do have a Spartan shaken up. That's Gunnar Atwall. But yeah, the Lions are a 2-point conversion away from making it a 1-score game in a very convincing drive, throwing the football. A lot of Peyton Cummings involved on the drive for the Lions. Lots of time, and their defense has been very capable of stopping the Spartans.
Yeah, the Spartans haven't had too much success on offense, although they have had some. This defense has been pretty good for the Lions.
It's a very crucial 2-point conversion. You got to go to something that you're familiar with. More than likely, if you're the Lions, you just try to keep it simple, or do you do anything flashy here?
I don't think you go for 2. You probably just kick the extra point here. Except going for 2 would actually, you probably have to go for 2 here.
Yeah, more than
yeah,
likely
get the 16 points. Yeah, to make it a 2-possession game. So I say you got to pass the ball here. That's what's got you down here. That's what's brought you the most success. So.
Looks like that's Gunnar Atwall getting up. He looks to be okay. So a big 2-point try up and coming for this game. To try to get the Lions to within 8. Henry had lots of time to discuss with his sideline of what to do. A little bit of an extended wait. And here we go. From the 5. Nikolasevich is back out there for the Lions. Henry rolls to his left. He's got pressure, going to throw. Tipped and incomplete. And that was tipped by a Spartan, nearly picked off. That was Nathan Laskowski, and he's had so many plays where it's almost picked off, but he can't seal it. But a big stop there for the Spartans on the 2-point combo as it keeps it a 10-point game, but there's still, the door might be closed, but the window is open a creek here for the Lions, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, they still have a chance in this game. They just got to execute on offense and get... Yeah, they just have to execute on offense. The receivers have been banged up a bit, Nikolasevich, but as long as those guys keep making those contested catches like Cummings has been, they have a chance. They got to get off the field here, though, first.
Going to need, at the minimum, 2 stops. First down, sweep, it's Stam. Going to burst through a hole, and now there's Stam, and he's got some space. Matthew Stam brought down. Big tackle by Lamalakai Betton in the secondary. As if not for him, there was only one last guy that could have got him. It was Cathcart. But a nice wrap up. The Spartans on the move.
Big play there. Score at this point, a major score would put this game away.
Field goal, you're still hoping for the Lions. If you could hold them to that. Clock is draining on you, though. As the Spartans, if they start running the ball effectively, it could be a killer. Their defense needs to stand up here. There's a flag immediately. It's a first down run. Cadino spins off a tackle. Now on the near side is brought down by Cathcart after picking up a first. Did see that flag fly on the far side of the field at the 35. And by the looks of it, it is against, it's against the Spartans. I believe procedure is what he motioned to those sidelines. So it'll bring him back to the 41. Hold on here. Yeah, no, it is against the Spartans. Okay. Looked like he was motioning the other way for a quick second, but once all the dust settles, it'll be a 1st and 15 from the 41.
Procedure against the Spartans. Now 1st and 15 from the 41.
So 15 to gain. Looking to get a solid play here on first. Give him a chance on second down. Full house. It's going to be a run for Gadino. Not much of a surprise, trying to push past the 35. Not going to get to the 35, maybe to the original line of scrimmage. Just a yard shy of that. It'll be 2nd and 11. If you're the Spartans here, is the clock that much of a concern where you run the ball again to just try to keep it draining, or do you try to pass the ball here on 2nd and 11?
I say you do whatever you think's going to get you the most yards. It's not to the point in the game where you really need to be killing the clock, because if you get points, you kill, the Lions are dead in the water. But if you try to run the clock and then maybe they get you off the field, you're going to regret it in the end if they end up coming back.
They're going to pass here. It's caught by Jackson LeShook.
That's a weird one.
Does line up as a fullback often.
Yeah, I don't see him catch many passes out of the backfield, though.
But that gain is going to make it 3rd and short, which the Spartans are going to go for here. And they're in that in-between where you might as well go for it. You do run a little bit of a risk, but they're only getting the ball back around 30. 29 even if it's an incompletion. So.
And their defense has been so good today.
Yeah, not much of a risk.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of cracks in this 4th quarter, but I wouldn't expect that to continue.
So I'm assuming you like this call here on 3rd.
Yeah, I think you go for this. You pick this up. Just one step closer, take more time off the clock.
Spin for Gadino, but he's going to be stuffed. And the Lions are going to get off. Yeah, that's a big stop. And yeah, still the play call, even though they didn't get it, you still don't mind that because look at where they're starting with the ball.
Yeah.
The field,
yeah, they're still going to have to march all the way down the field, so regardless, it's not a bad play call at all.
No. So the Lions, another long field for them to deal with. Only down 10. 7:16, so still lots of time. And we talked about the 3-minute warning in Canadian football is maybe the longest 3 minutes in sports, it feels like.
Yeah.
So lots of time to come back. Henry to throw over the middle. It's intercepted. Jackson LeShook.
He just placed that, and LeShook didn't even know the ball was coming. It was a late reaction on the catch for LeShook. I don't know if you saw that. I think he was almost shocked it came to him.
Just into his breadbasket, and yeah, what a play for the Spartans. It's deflating as ever for the Lions, but you still got to stand up and play defense here because it's not over. Ball's at the 16. If you force a field goal, you're still within 2 scores, but it's really becoming desperation time here from the Lions. Atwall in the offense right back out here. Only taking 1 play off. Run for Godino, and that one is going nowhere. Snuffed out immediately. Nathan Paddock, the first Lion in on the tackle. Second and long. There's a loss of 13 on that run. Or sorry, a loss of 3 on that run. It's 2nd and 13. Atwell's going to throw. Short, complete, or incomplete, actually. It was bobbled by Liam Smith. Looked like he came down with it, but it was Zach Van Hoffen that came in and maybe just disrupted that catch a little bit. So the Lions do make them go 2 and out here. They're going to attempt a field goal from the right hash here. It'll be a 26-yarder. Godino missed his last and only field goal attempt of the day.
Still don't get this. Keep switching up the kickers.
Yeah, it can't be good.
That got tipped, I think.
Yeah, it's wide. And here's Cathcart. Gonna look to return. Cathcart's got some room, and he's got speed. Ty Cathcart down the sideline. He's got one man to beat. It's Godino, and he is gonna make a clutch tackle.
That's a touchdown-saving tackle. That could have flipped the script on this game.
But some nice field position for the Lions. They don't concede any points, which, again, you feel like you're getting away with robbery, your defense.
Yeah, they were bending a bit, but did not break.
So a big stand, and this offense right back out here. Who would have thought they'd be getting the ball back at their own 46, unscathed after throwing that pick to LeShook. This game is not over, folks. Do not go anywhere. Here are the Lions. Throwing for Holt.
Ooh,
incomplete. And
I don't know if
hit
you
him.
saw that. That got that as the defender got the hand in there, or else that was caught.
Brandon
That's Sanderson. Yeah. Just got the hand in there when he went to make a play on the ball. Holt made a brilliant adjustment on that ball.
Those receivers keep making good plays on the ball, but yeah, a better one. That from Sanderson. It's that shot play. This offense has pretty much become one-dimensional, but it's almost been better than what they were earlier. Second down, throwing. That one's caught in lots of spaces, Cummings, but he falls after making the catch just short of the 50. A nice way to move the chains for the Lions. I feel like that was a little underplayed. That's actually a crucial first down in this game. So they're into Spartan territory. They need at least a field goal to keep this game alive. It's from the 51. Henry's going to throw. Going to the sideline again. That one is
sails out.
Yeah, into a ton of Spartans.
Henry's pass on first down is out of bounds.
It'll be 2nd and 10.
4 minutes even left to go in the fourth quarter.
Clock is rolling. We are within 4 minutes, just creeping up on that 3-minute warning. The Lions just wanting a score to get a breath of life into this game. Henry's going to go over the middle. That one's caught, bouncing off a tackle now, and wrapped up at the 44 is Tanner Griffiths. It'll be 3rd and 4. They're going to need this one. Might as well take your time with this call, as it's pretty much the ball game for the Lions.
Yeah, you don't pick it up here, you're in trouble. Let's just put it that way.
Even move it up. 3rd and 3. Three receivers to your near side, 2 on the far side. Quick throw. There is a flag. No one in the area. Miscommunication between him and his receiver, and this flag is pretty much determining if the Lions are still alive in this game. It is a procedure penalty, and the Spartans get off the field again. Another stop, and they're going to hope to run this out. Up 10.
Godino's going to have to put his work boots on, because he's probably going to get a majority of these carries here.
Yeah, and these Lions, they know they're running the ball. They're going to be running downhill at him, so he's going to have to be prepared. They're trying to force a fumble or something.
Yeah, if you're the Spartans here, do not turn this ball over. You don't want to give them any glimpse of hope. We've talked about how long the 3-minute warning can last. I think in the last quarter it lasted about 20 minutes. So just think about that for a second. So you're going to have to definitely take some time off the clock. So running the ball here is going to be your main priority if you're the Spartans. Only a 10-point game.
First down, no surprises. It's a run, and Cam Hewitt.
And this is where Hewitt's going to come up big, because Hewitt loves to run downhill. That's his main thing. He gets downhill very quick. So Hewitt's going to come up big in these run plays deep, because you know he's coming. If you're the Spartans, you got to make sure an offensive lineman knows he's coming and to pick him up on the block.
Unsurprisingly, a timeout from the Lions to stop the clock here. 2:38 to go. We're going to need another stop. They got him behind the sticks. It'll be 2nd and 13 once these teams roll back out here. The Lions just begging for one more chance, and this defense has done all they can. It's not going to be at their fault if they do end up coming up short. The Spartans, even them, their offense hasn't been much more impressive than the Lions. It's just been the 2 or 3 big splash plays that really have killed them.
Yep. And both these defenses have played phenomenal. And the offense has been hard to come by, but you got to give credit to both these offenses. They've had to adjust throughout this game, and they both have a bit. You know, this Lions team was trying to run the ball for 3 quarters, found out it didn't work, and now they started moving the ball, passing the ball, and they've had a lot of success. And the Spartans, they ran the ball well in the first half, and then they switched to passing the ball a bit more.
It's going to be a flag right off the bat. See if it's time count or not. That's going to move him back. This just makes it a little less tolerable here on 2nd down. 2nd and 18. It's a run. It's Godino, and he will be pushed back. And once again, the first line on him was Cam Hewitt. And then a swarm finished the job, making it 3rd down. So the Lions getting the ball back. 2:32 left on the clock. Hoping for a little bit of magic here under the lights at Alumni Stadium. Spartans will milk as much clock as they can before they punt this one away with Godino. Ooh, what a move from Godino to avoid the pressure.
Yeah, that could have been bad.
From Nikola Savic. It's fielded by Benton. And Benton is wrapped up. Great tackle there.
Nice job by Godino. That so could have been. He either could have gotten tackled there, or that punt could have got blocked, but Godino makes a sweet move. And then hoofs it.
So the 43 is where the Lions will start. First down, Henry's going to throw. It's just short of Nathan Holt. It'll be 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. Just under 2 minutes to go. Second and 10. From the 43. Henry to throw. It is caught on the slant by Holt. Takes a bump from Martin and is wrapped up at the end of that play by Nathan Laskowski.
The amount of different receivers who have stepped up for St. James in this game has been pretty surprising. We've seen a lot of guys catch balls today. And mostly we see Nicholas Savich, who's been pretty quiet today, but
so that penalty is going to bring St. James right up there as a horse collar tackle.
it looks like things are starting to get a bit rowdier in this crowd.
Yeah, there's been something brewing this whole fourth quarter. Hopefully they can get that sorted out.
Yeah, it looks like they're calming it down, but we still got 2 minutes of football here to be played.
And the Lions are moving. Maybe get a score, try to get an onside kick. They're down 10. Into Spartan territory again. Henry to throw. Once again, it's Holt. Going to try to cut it inside. Gets off a tackle. Now Holt's going to try to get back over the 40 and is wrapped up right at the 40. That was Idris on the tackle. It's a gain of 7. Right up to the 40-yard line.
And remember, this game's still not over.
No,
you can get a score and an onside kick here if you're the Lions. And if not, you could probably even get a stop too.
They only burned one timeout. I believe they still have one more. Henry's going to unload here. Incomplete.
There's a lot of purple shirts there.
Yeah. 2 targets that could have came down with it for the Lions as well, but yeah, just overshot everybody. Right up to the 40 are the Lions, and this one, we said it earlier, but the Lions did get another opportunity. This one, if they don't pick it up, should salt it away. Spartans trying to get the crowd involved here on this crucial 3rd down. It's 3rd and 3 from the 40. The Lions need it here.
Play the game here.
Henry, roll out to his right. Pressure coming from Lashuk. Trying to track him down and does, but a horse collar tackle.
And that's going to move the chains.
So it was Jackson Lashuk, great pursuit, but yeah, he brought him down by the horse collar, and that should be a first. We'll make sure, yep, it's a horse collar tackle, and the Lions have life. A lifeline in the form of a major foul call, a horse collar, which would have killed the game. And they're up to the 25. Spartan's going to call a timeout here on defense to get everything figured out.
Yeah, they're going to calm it down, let them know. Take as much time as you can before you let them score. First downs are not the priority right now. You just do not want to let them into the end zone.
I don't know if we're playing next week with the labor stuff.
It's a minute 16, so if they can get into the end zone, and maybe all you need is like just 45 seconds, something like that, just so you could run a couple of plays in the end zone if you do recover the onside kick.
We've honestly seen teams do it in, I believe it was St. James did it in 38 seconds. They drove down the field, so. That's all the way down the field. So,
Not because you recover an onside kick, you're set up.
oh yeah, you got good field position right off the bat.
So also, if it does take up too much time, you could take the field goal if you're the Lions. If you get close enough and it's a 3rd and long here, would keep the game alive as you'd still be within a score. We'll see what they try to do here. Henry's going to take a shot to the middle of the field. It's caught by Nikolasevic, and this game is not over. That's a touchdown for the St. James Lions. Nikolasevic finally getting his fingerprints on this game.
Yeah, had a quiet game so far in this football game, but comes up when it matters most. And now St. James has 1:11 to go, and they have a chance to get this football back.
Probably put up the PAT.
They also have a timeout too, so that is something to point out here. Centennial's going to have to be smart with the time.
And also, when it looks like the Spartans have been in definite running situations where they know that Cadino's getting the ball, the Lions have been great when they stack the box up.
Yeah, like I said, Cam Hewitt's a big part of that. He runs downhill better than anyone I've seen, and he just wrecks the offensive line, and then so many guys free up. Especially when you know the other team's running, he's so effective because that's where he gets his speed from that blitz.
So PJ Farah barely, that PAT barely got over the bar, but it does, and that is such a big point. As now the Lions, if they somehow recover this, they only need a field goal. So it is the kicking team that gets the option, obviously opting to kick in hopes of your hands team pulling something off and getting the ball back. St. James, they used to love the onside kick.
Yeah, used to do it all the time. Start off every second half or the start of the game with it.
You almost expect, there are times where they'd score a touchdown and opt to just kick and just go onside.
Yeah, they trusted their defense that much. Their offense was so explosive, even if their defense did give it up, they could come back and get it.
So one last gasp.
Spartans don't look like they have enough people on the field.
They don't look ready at all here for this.
I'd like to count the guys on the field. There's no way that's 12 guys.
It's surprising. It doesn't look like it, but it is 12.
Maybe I should have counted before I made that comment, but
but from here it
looked like they were short so guys. Spread out.
I know it's a wide field,
especially if you look at their huddle compared to the St. James huddle right now. St. James looks like they have 15 more guys out there.
So this, still it's not over.
Even if they don't, even if Centennial recovers this, you use the one timeout, you can probably get the ball back with 20 seconds left.
Oh yeah, and then the clock stops with completions. You get up to the line quick.
If you can get to the line, if you can get up to the line quick, you'll be fine. And the way they've been slinging the deep ball in these corners, it's something to be concerned if you're the Centennial Spartans. You got to be smart here. First, you got to recover this, and if you don't recover this, you have to make sure no one gets behind you.
It's so much trickier, though, if there's time left on the clock because you can't be too conservative and let them waltz into field goal range as well. So there's a lot to think about. It's really an intriguing spot that we're in.
See how this kick pans out first. What do you like the strategy here? Do you like just kicking at the 10 yards, or do you maybe like putting it off someone?
They've been successful with, I know it's obviously teams
Here
prior. They're just going quick. That's bobbled around and picked up by Smith. It caught us off guard. There's Smith returning it back to the 34-yard line.
They tried to do that where they just come right out of the huddle and take the kick. And I think we were surprised. Sure, the Spartans were somewhat surprised, especially the front of their line, but Smith picks that up.
It was bobbled initially. If they had better coverage, that could have been a real questionable pile up there and maybe a chance for them to get the ball back. But
so doing the math here, you run the ball here, call a timeout, then probably run the ball again. Then the play clock starts ticking down. I believe it's 25 seconds.
Yeah,
so you could get this ball with 20 seconds still.
You're going to need a stop. And even then, you're probably going to be well backed up. And then also, if you're the Spartans, you could try to just hammer the kick and get a rouge to make it 4 points.
Yeah, because right now it's just a field goal football game.
A lot of thoughts here. But obviously, 2 big downs for the Spartans. If they pick up a first, they are your D10 champions. Or actually, are the Lions out of timeouts here? So it looks like they're going kneel down, but they shouldn't be. Yeah, I was going to say.
No, they flipped out of that real quick.
I was going to say.
I think the coach realized.
They're going to first down run here for Gadino. Nice cut. And he's going to be a yard or 2 shy.
Yeah, but now this puts the Lions in a predicament here.
If it comes to third.
They just used their timeout. I was going to say, maybe you even hold that timeout and let them run another play.
Let's see if it goes for a first. There's a minute to go on the game clock. It was only a gain of 7. I thought they were a lot closer to that first down.
Yeah, so did I. Thought the mark was on the 32. It's actually at the 30. I mean, the 27.
I think they did give him 8. I think just
not the
chain
27,
screw
the
is just a little bit off because that ball is spotted at the 29.
It should be right up at the 29 the minute they move that marker.
It was on the down dialer looking casual, a yard off of where he should be.
Actually, and that's, the 26, actually, not the 29.
So it's a huge 2 yards for the Spartans. Everyone for the Lions, except for 3 DBs, is in that box. Gadino trying to burst. Falls forward. I think he might have it. Ethan Gadino may have done it on the ground. He has done it on the ground. That is a first down for the Spartans, and that will salt it away. The Centennial Spartans, an undefeated season, and they have cruised through D10. They played a couple of tight games, but what a season. So impressive to say that you went through the whole season undefeated, and they're going on to OFSA. A great feeling, and deservedly so. They have been the best team in D10 this year.
Yeah, by far, they haven't really been challenged that much. We had the BM game. BM didn't have their starting quarterback in that game, but regardless, Centennial owned them. BM was never really in that game to have a chance to win. They were in it, but they never really had a chance to win. And here today, you beat the Lions twice. The Lions are a really good team. We know they're without their starting running back today, but Centennial just really never got threatened this year.
Yep,
and when they did, they quickly silenced the haters and kept pushing through.
Deserved win.
Ross, they had their back against the wall. A bit of a shock. They didn't let that overwhelm them. They came back in that game. They won handily.
And that Ross game, they were trailing for the majority of that game.
At halftime, they were trailing. The offense could not get going.
We were thinking maybe the Royals pull off an upset. The Spartans end up surviving, and they survive a late push from the Lions here to take home the D10 title. Soak it up, Centennial Spartans.
Final score of tonight's D10 championship matchup. What a game it was. Spartans prevailed 22-19. And our McDonald's player of the game, brought to you by McDonald's of Guelph, is number 22 from the Spartans, Ethan Gadino.
And Ethan Gadino taking home player of the game honors in this championship final, deservedly so. 2 touchdowns. He had 2 PATs as well. Just a fantastic performance from him on the ground.
Yeah, Ethan Gadino, he had that huge play in the first quarter to give this team the lead, and the Spartans really kept the lead ever since then, never giving it back up. Great job by him. When he had to make plays for this team, get first downs, he did, and he just did a great job out there today along with this whole Spartans team.
Yeah, and I mean, the player of the game, it's so tough to not give it to an offensive player, but we got to talk about the defense. The Spartan defense, really the crown of their team, and it was unbelievable today, on display again.
Yeah, they actually had one more turnover than we originally saw in this game. Remember, Maddox Martin early in the game had an interception come back, so this team really did ball out defensively today, and I feel like you couldn't just give it to one player on that defense because as a unit they balled out today.
100%. Just a great game. Yeah, you mentioned the Maddox Martin near turnover. There was, I believe, Nathan Laskowski had 2 or 3 high danger plays that he nearly picked off. And yeah, it was just dominant. Also, Amrit Atwal, he did what you want to ask of him. He hit Stam on those deep balls. He was connecting. He looked efficient. It was a great showing. And now the Spartans, we look ahead to OFSA. I mean, they're the best team from Guelph, obviously. They're the highest ranked team from Guelph, the only one. So maybe hoping that they can hang with the big dogs here. We saw St. James the one year that they won D10. They were very close. I believe lost to Resurrection Phoenix on the last play when they tried to sneak.
Yep, that was the Kawasa finals too. So usually teams in Guelph don't do too well once they get out and play some other teams. But we saw St. James kind of nick that in the butt, and that doesn't really... Now Guelph teams have a big shot, so we'll see what the Spartans do. Like we said, ranked this year. We'll see what their opponents ranked, but they should have a ton of confidence. They haven't lost yet this year.
And look at them. They are hyped up. So there will be a trophy presentation in just a few. Take a quick moment while these teams shake hands. We're just about ready to present the Centennial Spartans with their District 10 plaque. And a good sign of sportsmanship, the St. James Lions over there as well on their 50. Both teams are going to have a quick ceremony here. The Lions, disappointing that their season ends here, but great showing. I mean, they had that really close game with BM. Obviously, it's bittersweet, but you win the important one in the end, the 2-3 matchup in the semifinals to get here, and you're fighting pretty much an uphill battle the whole game. The fact that they even really came back and made it a 3-point game, you got to give their props to the St. James Lions. That's Trevor Westerhoff to present the trophy, representative of McDonald's of Guelph.
Friday night award ceremony, they will be passing off the plaque. We'd also like to welcome to the field.
Just got to be a great feeling for the Spartans. We're going to look a little bit forward. The team to beat in D10, the Huron Heights Warriors. We got to look out for them as we do have some games coming up. We'll let them present the plaque here now.
Please join me in thanking our sponsors, McDonald's, and Dave Easter and his crew at the UG for running the FNL event this year. At this point in time, if I could please call upon the Spartan captains. Congratulations on winning the 2022 District 10 Football Championship!
And there it is. Spartan captains proudly hoist the plaque as they move on.
Thank you to Eugene, our sponsors. Congratulations to our teams. And thank you to all of you for joining us this season.
So the Spartans take it home. And we just wanted to give a huge thank you to you guys, the listeners, for tuning in all season. It's been a great season to commentate D10 football. Also, another shout out, McDonald's of Guelph. They've been a key part of making this all happen, sponsoring these Friday Night Light events. And this isn't the end of us. We will be back on, it's late November for the OFSA Championships. They're right here at the University of Guelph, here at Alumni Stadium. And starting Tuesday, November the 22nd, it's going to be some good football, the best in Ontario to showcase across multiple bowl games here at the University of Guelph. We're proud to host that. But thanks again for tuning in to this season of D10 football. For Jacob Keats, I'm Zach Miraz. It's been a great season. And don't go anywhere. We have OFSA coverage for you. And let's hope one of our Guelph teams, that Centennial Spartans, maybe make it there. Thanks for tuning in for the season, guys.